You know that little rush you feel when your phone buzzes? And it's a new notification? Maybe it's a like on a post you barely thought about. Or that moment when you quickly close a profitable trade, just a few dollars up, but enough to pat yourself on the back. Or even the satisfaction of checking off an easy task on your to-do list, something that took you seconds, yet gives you the illusion you're moving mountains. In those moments, your brain whispers, "Well done. You're making progress." And for a split second, it feels true. You feel productive. You feel accomplished. You feel like you're winning. But let me ask you something uncomfortable. What if those very wins you're celebrating are actually making you worse? What if the satisfaction you're chasing, the little dopamine hits that keep you coming back, are slowly rewiring your brain, not for greatness but for fragility? We live in a culture obsessed with speed, fast money, quick results, overnight success stories. Everywhere you look, you're told that the fastest path is the best path. But there's a cost hidden in that mindset, a cost we rarely talk about. The more we indulge in these quick wins, the more we trade depth for shallowness, long-term growth for fleeting gratification. This isn't about wins versus losses. This is about the kind of wins we're choosing. Because the truth is, not all victories are created equal. Some build you and others quietly break you. In this episode, we're going to uncover the hidden cost of instant gratification, the illusion of winning, and why the very habits that make you feel accomplished today might be the same ones holding you back from the mastery you crave tomorrow. Our brains are ancient machines running on modern fuel. Thousands of years ago, survival meant chasing short-term wins, finding a berry bush, spotting a stream of water, escaping a predator. The brain rewarded those quick victories with a chemical high, dopamine, so that we'd repeat the behavior. Back then, it wasn't a distraction. It was survival. Fast forward to today, and that same wiring is still running the show. Except now, instead of berries and rivers, it's slot machines flashing lights in a casino. It's the ping of a new notification. It's the quick win on a video game when you beat a level designed to be conquered in under 2 minutes. Each moment, your brain lights up like a Christmas tree, whispering, "You're winning. Keep going." But here's the trap. Dopamine doesn't measure quality. It measures speed and novelty. The quicker the hit, the more addictive it becomes. That's why the short-term payoff of scrolling, swiping, or cashing in too soon feels so irresistible, even when it adds nothing of real value to your life. Think about it. How many times have you finished a day busy with tiny tasks? Answering emails, checking boxes, skimming headlines, and felt accomplished, only to realize you didn't touch the work that actually mattered? That's the illusion of progress. You're moving, yes, but you're not moving forward. And this is the lure of instant gratification. It makes you feel productive without requiring depth. It gives you the comfort of a win without the challenge of growth. Like playing a game on the lowest difficulty setting, you get the thrill of victory, but none of the skills that make you capable in the real world. The danger isn't that quick wins exist. The danger is that we mistake them for mastery. And as long as we're hooked on that illusion, the harder challenges, the ones that actually shape us, start to feel unnecessary, even unbearable. Quick wins feel good in the moment, but over time, they create a dangerous side effect: fragility. The more we train our brains to expect easy victories, the less tolerance we develop for real challenge. Take trading, for example. A trader who cashes out small profits too soon might feel like a genius, stacking up little green trades day after day. But here's the truth. They're not building patience. They're not developing discipline. When the market throws a real test, the kind that demands holding through discomfort, they crumble. Their quick win habit sabotages their ability to grow into a skilled, resilient trader. It's not just trading. Look at careers. Many professionals stay glued to shallow tasks, emails, meetings, busy work, because each one delivers that sweet sense of progress. They end the day with a to-do list full of check marks, but nothing of substance is actually moving forward. The illusion of achievement blinds them to the fact that they're standing still. Or consider athletes. Some only practice what they're already good at. The basketball player who spends hours dunking but avoids free throws. The musician who plays songs they've mastered but never pushes through new, difficult pieces. Quick wins create comfort, but comfort is a terrible teacher. And eventually, reality exposes the gap. Here's the painful irony. The more you rely on easy victories, the more brittle your skill set becomes. When you finally face a challenge that can't be conquered in 2 minutes or rewarded with a notification ping, you break. Not because you lack talent, but because you never built the muscle of persistence. It's like building a house out of paper. From a distance, it looks solid. From the outside, you might even admire its clean lines. But the moment the storm hits, it collapses, because it was never designed to withstand pressure. Quick wins can give you the illusion of a house, but only struggle and deliberate effort can lay down bricks strong enough to last. This is the hidden danger. The wins that look like progress today may be quietly setting you up for collapse tomorrow. Here's where quick wins get truly dangerous. They don't just keep you fragile, they keep you trapped. Because once your brain learns to love those easy highs, it starts demanding them. Not once, not twice, but over and over again, like a treadmill that never stops. You win small, you feel the rush. But the next time, the same small win doesn't hit quite as hard. So you chase another one a little faster, a little bigger. And before you know it, you're running endlessly, piling up shallow victories that leave you just as empty as when you started. Psychologists call this the hedonic treadmill. The more rewards you get, the less they satisfy you. The brain adapts, and suddenly yesterday's win feels like nothing. That's why one like on a post once felt exciting, but now you need 100. Why a $10 profit once thrilled you, but now you need $1,000 just to feel alive. But here's the cruel twist. No matter how much you chase, the treadmill never takes you forward. You're running, but you're not progressing. And then comes the crash. Because eventually, the easy wins stop being enough. The small dopamine hits lose their flavor. And when you're finally forced to confront a real challenge, a task that requires grit, patience, endurance, you feel drained, even defeated, before you've begun. And then the comparison trap kicks in. You look around and see others, people who resisted the lure of quick wins, climbing steadily, building real capability, and breaking through. Their success feels effortless compared to your exhaustion. And in that moment, you realize the treadmill hasn't just tired you out. It's stolen your belief in yourself. It's like eating sugar for energy. The first bite lights you up. But keep going, and you're stuck in a cycle. Spikes of energy followed by crashes that leave you weaker than before. Quick wins are mental sugar. They taste sweet in the moment, but they don't fuel the kind of strength you need to last. And if you don't step off the treadmill, you don't just get stuck, you burn out. So how do you escape the trap of quick wins? The answer isn't glamorous. It isn't fast. And that's the point. The cure for the addiction to instant gratification is discomfort, choosing the path that doesn't pay off right away, but builds strength you can't lose. Think of it like training a muscle. The first time you lift a heavy weight, it feels unbearable. Your body screams to stop. But with each rep, each set, you grow stronger. The pain isn't a signal of failure. It's proof that you're getting better. Struggle, in this sense, is not the enemy. Struggle is the tuition fee you pay for mastery. Neuroscience backs this up. The brain rewires itself most powerfully not during moments of ease, but under stress and challenge. When you wrestle with something difficult, whether it's a complex trade, a tough project, or a skill that pushes you past your comfort zone, you're literally building new neural pathways. Quick wins don't do that. Real challenges do. But here's the catch. When you first step off the dopamine treadmill, it feels awful. Motivation dips. Progress feels invisible. You'll crave the easy hits you left behind, just like sugar cravings when you first switch to healthier food. That discomfort is the detox. And if you push through it, you begin to taste a different kind of reward. Not the cheap thrill of finishing fast, but the deep satisfaction of knowing you're growing. So how do you start? Small but deliberate shifts. Choose one hard thing daily. Read the chapter that confuses you. Hold the trade a little longer. Practice the skill you usually avoid. Delay the reward. Finish the workout before the scroll. Write the page before the Netflix. Measure effort, not outcome. Redefine success as showing up for the hard work, not just the dopamine hit at the end. Over time, this rewires your relationship with discomfort. The pain becomes familiar, the effort becomes normal, and slowly you build grit. Not the kind that flickers with easy wins, but the kind that endures when real storms arrive. Because here's the truth. The cure for fragility is not comfort. It's resistance. Here's the paradox. The wins that feel smallest today often become the most powerful tomorrow. Slow progress doesn't shout, it whispers. It doesn't give you fireworks, it gives you bricks. And when stacked, brick by brick, those small, steady efforts create walls strong enough to weather anything. Think of compound interest in finance. A few dollars invested may look insignificant at first, but leave it long enough, and it multiplies beyond imagination. Mastery works the same way. Each day you choose depth over dopamine. Each time you endure boredom or discomfort for the sake of growth, you're making a deposit into an account that will pay exponential dividends. Let's put this into perspective. Picture two people. One chases only quick wins. They're sprinting, trading for scraps of profit, checking their phone every few minutes, chasing validation in tiny bursts. They look busy, they feel accomplished, but they're running on a treadmill. And like any treadmill, no matter how fast you run, you stay in the same place. The other person moves slowly. They don't look flashy. They're practicing scales when no one's listening. They're holding trades longer, studying losses instead of ignoring them. They're writing drafts that will never be seen, lifting weights without posting selfies. Their progress is invisible until suddenly it's undeniable. Years later, when pressure comes, the first person breaks. The second person bends but doesn't shatter. That's the difference between speed and depth, between shallow wins and compounding mastery. This is the power of slow progress. It builds resilience. It creates a kind of success that doesn't vanish when the dopamine hit wears off, but one that deepens with time. The uncomfortable truth is that greatness rarely feels great while you're building it. It often feels boring, repetitive, and invisible. But that's exactly why it's so rare and so valuable. The things that feel hardest today, the challenges you want to avoid, are the very things that make you unstoppable tomorrow. So where does this leave us? If quick wins leave us fragile and slow progress makes us strong, then maybe the real question is, how do we redefine success? Society tells us success is about speed. How fast can you grow? How quickly can you win? How soon can you show results? But real mastery isn't about fast. It's about forever. It's about building a strength that doesn't vanish when the dopamine wears off. Success, then, is not just the outcome, it's the process. It's not the trophy, but the training that forged you. It's not the applause, but the unseen hours when you showed up and pushed through boredom, through doubt, through failure. If we strip it down, success is simply this: consistent, deliberate effort applied over time. That's it. Not glamorous, not viral, not overnight, but it's the one formula that compounds into something no quick win can ever touch: true capability. So here's a practical blueprint to shift from shallow victories to meaningful achievement. 1. Audit your quick wins. Where are you chasing sugar highs? Scrolling, swiping, cashing out too soon, doing tasks that feel busy but add no depth. Write them down. 2. Replace with meaningful challenges. Pick one area to go deeper. Stay longer in the discomfort. Trade patience for profit. Practice what you avoid. 3. Track growth in months, not minutes. Success is a long game. Measure your commitment to the process, not just the highlight moments. Because in the end, the real wins aren't the ones that come quickly. They're the ones that come quietly, stacking day after day, until one day you look back and realize you've become someone unshakable. So stop chasing the sugar highs of instant gratification. Step off the treadmill. Build the muscle. Lay the bricks. Redefine success not as speed, but as depth. Because the truth is, the longer road is the only one that actually leads somewhere.